So of the snatch, the clean, and the jerk, I would say that universally, the jerk is the most feared movement. People are usually comfortable jumping their feet from that jumping position out into their squat stance, whether it be an overhead squat or front squat. But the minute that we tell people to jump from that jumping position into a split position, they're very uncomfortable. So footwork is a key element to the jerk, but we're gonna cover that in a different post. Today I want to talk about a few points that can help you feel a little bit more comfortable in the split jerk movement. The first being the rack position, okay? So where you grab that bar on a rack is very, very important. Generally, when people grab onto a bar for the jerk, they tend to be really narrow. That's gonna limit that range of motion to get into that comfortable rack position. So I like to encourage people to grip a little bit wider than they would normally want to grip. That's gonna open up their chest and it's gonna create a really good shelf for that barbell to rest on. So we generally say about a thumb to a thumb and a half from where this smooth part meets the knurling, okay? So I line the tip of my thumb up, extend that thumb, take another half thumb, and go from there, okay? Come underneath the barbell and get it as high up into my neck as possible. You're gonna almost feel like you're choking yourself. So get as high up into the chest as possible, roll my elbows around, stand and come up out of the rack. Even though the jerk is an upper body exercise, we're generating a lot of our power through our legs. So in order to do that, we have to keep our hands really relaxed in that rack position. If we are death gripping that barbell, it's going to tighten up my arms and it's gonna make me want to press to instigate the movement as opposed to jump in order to instigate the movement, okay? So my hands are nice and relaxed and my elbow position is down and out, not up like so. So when we turn the bar over into clean, we're here, elbows high. When we go and adjust for the jerk, my elbows are down and out. So it's sitting as high up in my neck as possible. In front of my shoulders, my hands are nice and relaxed. This is where the movement starts, on the front of my shoulders. Now, after we drive that barbell through a range of motion, we want that barbell to end up in the back of my shoulders. And what I mean by that is, I go to dip and drive that bar through a range of motion, and then in order to receive it in a nice stacked position, that bar is gonna end up on the back of my shoulders, wrists stacked into my elbows, stacked into my shoulders, stacked into my hips. This is gonna be a nice solid position to receive that barbell. If I drive that barbell up from the front of my shoulders and keep it over the front of my shoulders, it's gonna end up in this position here. I'm gonna be fighting that barbell forward. So I have to drive that barbell up and get it to the back of my shoulders. How do I do that? I have to get out of the way of the bar. So when I jump that bar up, it's gonna go in a straight line up, and I have to, after I've fully exhausted my leg drive, I have to move my body around the bar and then through in order to get it back behind me. Don't mistake going through for lunging into that split. I'm still driving down. I just have to manipulate my body around the bar, drive through and down into that stacked position. Okay, so a little bit of a recap. I'm gonna unrack this barbell. My grip is wide, my hands are nice and relaxed, and my elbows are down and out. It's as high up into my neck as possible. From here, I'm going to dip and drive as hard as I can, and then move my body around the bar to get it stacked over the back of my shoulders or stacked over my hips. From there, I recover front foot first and re-rack.